Harry Potter's coming back! I've got to make this quick because it's really big news. No time for that. Harry Potter's coming back to the big screen. Yeah, I know, it's huge, right? More after this. Hello and welcome back to Real World Magic, where we make your life more magical. My name's Neil Trigger, I'm going to be your magical host, and today we're talking about the return of not only Harry Potter, but also of Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, which is cool. So this is obviously intended to be after Hogwarts because Scarhead himself is now 30 years old, 31 in June or June I think. He's pushing the time he portrayed in the last film, you know, where they added some wrinkles to make the teenagers seem like they were really in their 30s. I didn't think it was very convincing either, so anyway, I digress. So yes, Daniel Radcliffe does indeed appear to be making a comeback as Harry Potter. How? When? And actually, why? Well, it's going to depend a lot on a number of things. So let's start at the sort of beginning, or more specifically, the new beginning, because after the Potter series ended, that was the new beginning for the Wizarding World. Not only for the world in the series, but also for the world of J.K. Rowling's Wizards. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them came along as the next foray into the Fantastic Beasts franchise, the new Wizarding franchise, and while the first Fantastic Beasts film did fairly well, the second one, The Crimes of Grindelwald, didn't. It had lackluster response from audiences and critics, and while the cliffhanger ending was interesting, it left most people thinking, what? So it really is no wonder that the fat cats at Warner Brothers want to make more Wonga for their wallets by introducing Harry Potter into the Fantastic Beasts films. It kind of makes sense. So now let's fast forward a little bit, because isn't Fantastic Beasts set in the past? Is that a rhetorical question? Are rhetorical questions ever effective? Is that a rhetorical question? Shall I stop messing about now and answer all of these rhetorical questions? Yes! Fantastic Beasts is set in the past. So how in the name of Merlin's hairy left, how can Harry Potter, especially Daniel Radcliffe playing Harry Potter, possibly be a real thing? No, there's no hokey magical appearance of time turners to reawaken an ancient evil and a long dead evil. There's no house elf or goblin rebellion, though that would be really cool indeed. Very cool. Very, very cool. Do that, JK. The idea is simply that Harry meets a much, much older Newt Scamander when Harry Potter himself is an adult. It's due to hit the silver screens later on, no one really knows when, probably much, much later on than we would want. And bear in mind that the third movie's release was put back until November 2021, but then COVID-19 came along and the production's been halted too, so nobody really knows when the third instalment will come along. And even when it does, the fourth and fifth planned movies are going to be dependent on the performance of Part 3. So when is Harry going to be appearing? Well, according to sources, and that's all I can say at this stage, if the third film does okay, it won't be until film 5. If the third film doesn't do too well, they'll end the Fantastic Beasts series at film 4 and introduce Harry at that point. Now clearly that's a long time to wait regardless, especially as movie number 3 has stopped production entirely right now, so it's a bit of an open diary at the moment. And what's to say Daniel Radcliffe even wants to do it? Well, apparently Warner Brothers definitely want him to do it, of course they do, ka-ching, and they're willing to offer a hefty salary to Dan Radcliffe to do it. So it looks like it's probably going to happen one way or another, and let's be honest, it's going to be a massive draw for audiences to see that again. Now if they can get Emma Watson back again, and the other guy nobody remembers, of course, I'm sorry Rupert, everyone loves you really. Seriously, who doesn't love Rupert Grint? Rupert Grint. Who doesn't love Rupert Grint? If those three came back for real, do you reckon they'd reshoot the epilogue? That'd be awesome. They could even use CGI to put the new footage on the old footage, and then the child actors wouldn't be disappointed when they suddenly get cut from the entire franchise. And then Warner Brothers could make even more money because they could just release the whole series again. I'm a genius. Why am I not in charge? I'm sure Warner Brothers will be very happy with that little business plan, and I'm sure that would go down pretty well. Cool. Yeah, I like it. So before I go, I wanted to say thanks to my patrons who help me out every single month and help make videos like this possible. So thanks very much to Chivalrous Tube and Mike Holland, and by the way, Chivalrous Tube has some great videos on his own channel and you should definitely go check him out if you get the chance. And the links are down in the description. And if you wanted to be a patron too, I've got loads of extra stuff over on my Patreon page where I upload extra content, freebies and members only benefits, advanced stuff, all of that sort of thing, so you can see things before other people do, so you get ahead of the release schedule. It's pretty good. I think it's worth the money. So go and check that out, and the links are down in the description of this video. If you like this video, please do click the like button, which looks like this. Give me a big thumbs up to tell YouTube it was a good video and more people should see it. Anyway, that's it for now, my little witches and wizards. I'll be back next week with some more magical awesomeness, but until next time, as always,
Stay magical.
Please subscribe to Real World Magic. While you're there, click the bell button to be notified of future uploads, and have a look at all of my social stuff. Remember to donate on Patreon if you really liked it, and I'll see you again next week.